I received this phone call from the pediatrician. I literally felt like the roof was pulled off my house and the walls were gonna fall apart. Everything just collapsed. And really the hardest part was knowing that your child has this and there is no cure.
You start your day thinking about PKU and you end the day thinking about PKU and managing PKU. You know, every day, at the end of the day, we find ourselves weighing food and then thinking about how do we manage his diet so that he gets to a specified number. So there isn't a lot of balance when you have PKU. PKU comes first, and unfortunately, you don't ever get a break from that.
I carry around food scales with me. I carry around backup food scales in case that food scale stops working or the batteries go out. Everywhere we go, we have to be so precise because his case is, to be honest, his case is very severe.
We don't eat food just to live, we eat food to connect with people around us. But when you have PKU, you are eating something different, and that makes you feel different.
PKU is an inherited disorder that involves a problem with protein metabolism. Individuals have trouble metabolizing a very specific part of protein, a specific amino acid, phenylalanine. The elevated blood phenylalanine actually damages the brain, and so it's important from a treatment standpoint to try to reduce the phenylalanine levels in the body as much as possible to try to prevent the brain problems. And we treat them initially with a dietary therapy that reduces their intake of phenylalanine.
Some foods that I cannot eat would be fish, steak, pork, chicken, chocolate, anything that really has milk in it. There's a lot of stuff that I can't eat. Dieting, like sometimes when people diet, it's usually to like lose weight or become healthier. But for me, I don't really have a choice because if I do and I keep taking more and more protein every day that I can have, it causes irreversible brain damage.
Dietary therapy alone is very difficult for many people, the majority of people, to keep their blood fees down where they need to be.
Unfortunately, there are countries around the world that don't do newborn screenings at birth. Katie is a little girl who was born in Mexico and went undiagnosed until 13 months of age.
Listen, which one sounds like B? Is it together or tree? Tree.
When they take all these skills and they do a global developmental stage, she's at about 2 years and 9 months developmentally, but she's 7 years old. So we're talking about a 4-year delay.
What word starts like time? Is it water, brown, where, 5, or together? What word starts like T?
Katie has a speech impairment. She cannot produce sounds because she has a motor impairment. She has a very, very, very short attention span. She's been diagnosed with autism. Her fine motor skills with her fingers are very, very delayed. So, like, she is 7 years old and she is just learning to make a line from up to down or make a circle. She's not able to dress herself. She's not able to button a button.
Where were we?
No. No sounds.
5.
Yes, 5.
You really wish you could say little simple things like how pretty her dress is, and she understood enough to thank you for it. Saying something nice. I think the other side as well is hope, just silent hope. And you're hoping that one day you will see her say something, and you will see her talk back to you, and you will see her respond.
The Creighton Farms Invitational has been truly inspiring for our family, and it feels amazing to be a part of this community, knowing that folks go out of their way to help others.
When Jerry explained to me how few people have PKU and that it's more somewhat of an orphan's disease, it really kind of struck home with us that, you know, our dollars spent here probably are much larger impact than even in our own organization.
any dollar at this point is going to help, because they probably do not have a lot of funding going towards finding a cure for that.
This disease, PKU, doesn't only affect Hudson, it affects the whole family. Not only are you giving to help this young boy, you're giving to support their entire family. Giving isn't giving what you have excess. For something like this, you know, I may have to work 5 more years because of all the money I've given. I don't care. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Because of the Creighton Farms Invitational, the National PKU Alliance has been able to fund research that in the past for us was just simply unimaginable. In fact, in the last 2 years, we've been able to invest another $1 million in research towards a cure. Tonight, we are closer than ever before in finding a cure for PKU. Thank you, Creighton Farms, for all that you've done to help us lift the limits for PKU.
Please help us lift the limits
for PKU.